Well, new details tonight on the deadly crash in Copiah County. We first brought you as breaking news at 6 Friday evening. We now know the name of the man who died. Mississippi Highway Patrol says 40-year-old Shane Herbert of Louisiana was killed Friday evening on I-55 South. Troopers say it started around 5:21 when a trooper stopped a motorcycle for a tag violation. During the stop, MHP says the trooper found Herbert had an active warrant out of Louisiana. Investigators say when the trooper tried to arrest him, Herbert became aggressive. The trooper attempted to use a taser and a struggle followed. MHP says Herbert then ran from the scene on foot along the interstate. Troopers say Herbert was struck by a Nissan Rogue, then crossed the median into the northbound lanes where he was hit a second time by a Chrysler Pacifica. Neither driver nor troopers were hurt. Herbert died at the scene though. MHP says the crash remains under investigation.